Assalamu alaikum dear students, you are again welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video we will discuss the textual questions of the lesson from the diary of a young girl, and after that we will discuss the language work also. These questions are at page number 22, 23, and language work is at page number 23, 24, and 25. First of all, we will discuss the textual questions. I have written the answers only. You can write these textual questions from your this book, textbook, at page number 22. Question number 1. Anne wasn't right when she said that the world would not be interested in the musings of a 13-year-old girl, and has been proved very wrong because her diary became one of the most widely read books of the world, and it has been translated into many other languages. In other words, the world was wonder-struck over her musings. Question number 2. In which language was the diary of Anne Frank originally written? The diary was originally written in Dutch language. Subsequently, it was translated into many languages of the world. Then we have question number 3. Why does Anne need to give a brief sketch of her family? Does she treat Kitty as an insider or outsider? Anne thinks that nobody will be able to understand her musings if she goes straight to the topic. अगर वो topic start करेगी directly. This is the reason why she thinks it necessary to give a brief sketch of her family. She does not treat Kitty as an outsider, but a very intimate insider with whom she can share her innermost feelings and vicissitudes. Then we have question number 4. How does Anne feel about her father, her grandmother, Mrs. Cupras, and Mr. Kissing? Anne Frank calls her father the most adorable father she has ever seen. He, according to Anne, knows the likes and dislikes of her. He presents Anne a diary on her 13th birthday in the absence of parents, and at Aachen, the grandmother takes the charge of her upbringing. She loves Anne very much, and Anne too loves her and misses her very much after her death. Mrs. Cupras, the head mistress and her teacher at Montessori nursery school, is very fond of Anne. She loves Anne so much that at the farewell function she weeps bitterly for Anne's departure. जब एन फ्रैंक वहाँ से निकलती है तो वो दोनों बहुत रोते हैं. Mr. Kissing, the maths teacher, bores Anne and exhausts her patience. She keeps talking in her class, and Mr. Kissing assigns her the extra burden of homework. She writes the essays and justifies the need of talking in the class. In the end, Anne does realize that Mr. Kissing is a very remarkable teacher. Question number 5. What does Anne write in her first essay? First essay में क्या लिखती है वो chatterbox के बारे में. In her first essay, Anne writes that talking is a student trait. She also writes that she will try to keep herself under control, but she cannot do so because her mother also talked as much as she does. She means to say that talking is her inherited trait, जो वरासत में मिलता है किसी को, and there is not much you can do about inherited traits. She also writes how she was punished by writing many essays about talking and how at the end she justifies it. Last question of this chapter. Anne says teachers are most unpredictable. Is Mr. Kissing unpredictable? How? Anne says that teachers are most unpredictable. From this, she means that they usually do not stick to their hard and fast rules. They can sometimes take a tough stand and take only a few students to the next class or next forum, or they can otherwise show enough flexibility and keep no one back. Mr. Casing is also unpredictable. He is annoyed with Anne Frank for she talks too much in her class. In her class, he warns her many times but fails to bring her to observe silence. He then assigns her some extra homework as punishment. At the end, he keeps her busy with English compositions when Anne does all things. Mr. Keesing allows her to talk and thus proves that teachers are unpredictable. Now, the language work of this lesson at page number 23. First of all, we have compound words. Look at the following words: chatterbox, long awaited, homework, welcome, notebook, step backward, outbursts, forthcoming. These words are compound words. Compound words उन words को कहते हैं जो दो या दो से ज़्यादा वर्ड्स से मिलकर बनते हैं, लेकिन उनकी मीनिंग फिर डिफरेंट होती है उन वर्ड्स से. They are made up of two or more words. Compound words can be nouns, जैसे headmaster, homework, notebook, outbursts. They can be adjectives also, like long awaited, sit back. They can be verbs like sleep, walk, babysit, etc. Match the compound words of column A with their meanings in column B, then use each in a sentence. आपको मिलाने हैं ये column A से column B में के साथ. कॉलम ए में कंपाउंड वर्ड्स दिए गए हैं, कॉलम बी में उनकी मीनिंग दी गई है, आपको मिलाने हैं. फर्स्ट वन, हार्ट ब्रेकिंग, जिससे हमारा दिल दुख जाए या जिससे हम उदास हो जाए. प्रोड्यूसिंग ग्रेट सैडनेस इसका आएगा. होम सिक, जो घर को मिस करता है या फैमिली मेम्बर्स को मिस करता है. मिसिंग होम एंड फैमिली वेरी मच. देन वी हैव ब्लॉक हेड. ब्लॉक हेड हम बेवकूफ़ आदमी को कहते हैं. An informal word, a very stupid person. Then we have law abiding, one who follows the law, जो law को मानता है, कानून को मानता है, उसकी इज्जत करता है. Obeying and respecting the law. Then we have overdo, कोई चीज़ ज़्यादा करना. Do something to an excessive degree. Last one आएगा इसका. Then we have daydream, ख्यालों में खो जाना, दिन में ख्वाब देखना भी हम कह सकते हैं. Think about pleasant things, forgetting about present, present को भूल जाना. Then we have breakdown, टूट जाना, रुक जाना. An occasion when vehicles, machines stop working. Then we have output. Output हम कहते हैं जो कोई चीज़ हम बनाते हैं, कोई पर्सन बनाता है, कोई मशीन बनाती है, कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाती है. Something produced by a person, machine or organization. Now you have to use these compound words into your own sentences. यहाँ मैंने लिखे हैं छोटे छोटे words में. First one, heartbreaking, the parting scene, अलग होने का scene of two friends was heartbreaking. Second one, homesick, he is a homesick person. Third one, blockhead, he is a blockhead and will not understand anything. Fourth one, law abiding, he is a law abiding person or officer. Fifth one, overdo, he pleased everyone by his overdoing activities. Now the sixth one, daydream, he is not interested and is lost in a daydream. Seventh one, breakdown, his car had a breakdown on national highway. Last one, that is output, the output is quite satisfactory. Now the second part of this language work, that is phrasal verbs. Phrasal verb हम कहते हैं, a phrasal verb is a verb, actually एक verb होता है, उसके बाद में हम या तो preposition इस्तेमाल करते हैं या तो adverb इस्तेमाल करते हैं या दोनों इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. उसकी मीनिंग भी अलग होती है कंपाउंड वर्ड्स की तरह. जिन वर्ड से बना होता है उन वर्ड से अलग उसकी मीनिंग होती है. Its meaning is often different from the meaning of its parts. Compare the meaning of the verbs get on and run away. These are two phrasal verbs. उनकी एक आम मीनिंग है लेकिन उनकी एक डिफरेंट मीनिंग भी है, अलग मीनिंग भी है. ए में उनकी आम मीनिंग जाहिर की गई है लेकिन बी, पार्ट बी में उनकी डिफरेंट या स्पेशल मीनिंग को इस्तेमाल किया गया है. Below you can easily guess their meanings in A, but in B they have special meanings. A part में she got on at Agra when the bus stopped for breakfast. वो आगरा में उतरी, got on उतरना या पहुंचना. देवानंद ran away from home when he was a teenager. सिंपली यहाँ भाग जाना माने है, लेकिन दूसरे ये जो पार्ट बी में है उनकी मीनिंग डिफरेंट है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, she is eager to get on in life. Get on here means to become successful or to succeed. Simply कामयाब होना. The visitors ran away with the match. यहाँ ran away का माने है जीतना, ran away का माने नहीं है भागना, जीतना, won easily. Some phrasal verbs have three parts: a verb followed by an adverb and preposition. For example, our car ran out of. ran यहाँ verb है, फिर out यहाँ adverb है and of preposition है. Petrol just outside the city limits. The government wants to reach out to the people. पहुंचना लोगों तक. Reach verb, out adverb, to preposition to the people with this new campaign. The text you have just read has a number of phrasal verbs commonly used in English. इस लेसन में हमने बहुत से phrasal verbs पढ़े हैं. Now what you have to do, पेज नंबर 24 पर है बाकी. Look up the following in dictionary for their meaning under the entry for the italicized words. आपको मीनिंग लिखनी है इन चार phrasal verbs की. फॉर एग्जाम्पल फर्स्ट वन है plunge in. plunge in का माने है throw into, किसी चीज में डालना. then we have ramble on. ramble on का माने है talking or writing in an irregular manner. irregular manner में लिखना या बातें करना, उसको हम कहते हैं ramble on. then we have kept back, not violated or disregarded, इसका माने है, या city indoors भी हम कह सकते हैं, घर पर रहना. then we have fourth one, get along with. इसका माने है come into the possession of something, किसी चीज को हासिल करना. Now what you have to do, this is the part second of these phrasal verbs. Now find the sentences in the lesson that have the phrasal verbs given below. Match them with their meanings. You have already found out the meanings of some of them. Are their meanings the same as those of their parts? Note that two parts of the phrasal verbs may occur separate in the sentence. ये हमने पहले ही बताया, phrasal verbs जब फ्रेजल वर्ब बन जाता है तो उसकी मीनिंग डिफरेंट होती है उसकी पार्ट्स से. फॉर एग्जाम्पल फर्स्ट वन है प्लंज इन. प्लंज इन का के साथ आएगा गो स्ट्रेट टू द टॉपिक, टॉपिक पर बोलना डायरेक्टली. देन वी हैव सेकंड वन, दैट इज केप्ट बैक, नॉट प्रमोटेड, प्रमोट नहीं करना, अपने ही क्लास में रखना. देन वी हैव मूव अप, गो टू द नेक्स्ट ग्रेड और गो टू द नेक्स्ट फॉर्म. देन वी हैव रैम्बल एंड ऑन, स्पीक और राइट विदाउट फोकस. देन वी हैव गेट अलोंग विद, हैव अ गुड रिलेशनशिप विद. देन वी हैव कॉम डाउन, खामोश होना, मेक देम रिमेन क्विट. देन वी हैव स्टे इन. स्टे इन का माने है stay indoors. Then we have make up for, that means compensate, किसी कमी को पूरा करना. Then we have hand in. hand in means को का माने है किसी को देना कुछ, give an assignment, homework to a person in authority, the leader. These were some of these phrasal verbs. Now the last one, that is third one, that is idioms. What are these idioms? Idioms are groups of words with a fixed order. उनका order fix होता है. We cannot change the order of these idioms. And particular meaning, उनकी meaning भी particular होती है, खास meaning होती है उनकी. Different from the meaning of each of their words put together. उनकी meaning अलग होती है. In other words, they are the typical expressions of a language with a fixed order. Order भी fix होता है, meaning भी fix होती है. Phrasal verbs can also be idioms. Phrasal verbs भी idioms हो सकती है. They are said to be idiomatic when their meaning is unpredictable. For example, do you know what it means to meet one's match in English? इसका माने क्या होता है meet one's match? It means to meet someone who is as good as oneself. बिल्कुल अपने जैसे आदमी से मिलना, अपने जैसे इंसान से मिलना, और इवन बेटर या इससे अच्छे से मिलना इन सम स्किल और क्वालिटी, जिसमें कोई स्किल हो या क्वालिटी हो. Do you know what it means to let the cat out of the bag? It simply means to disclose something. किसी राज को जाहिर करना, किसी छुपी हुई बात को जाहिर करना. Can you guess? Here are a few sentences from the text which have idiomatic expressions. Can you say what each means? You may consult a dictionary first. Our entire class is quaking in its boots. That means trembling with fear. Until then we keep telling each other not to lose heart. अपना दिल मत कम करो. Become discouraged. हौसला मत हारो. Mr. Keesing was annoyed with me for ages. For ages means बहुत लंबे अरसे तक, because I talked so much for quite a long time. Now the fourth one. Mr. Keesing was trying to play a joke on me with his ridiculous subject, but I made sure the joke was on him. वो मेरे साथ joke करना चाहता था, लेकिन मैं उसके साथ joke करना चाहती थी. The joke was back on Mr. Keesing. Here are a few more idiomatic expressions that occur in the text. To try to use them in sentences. For example, caught my eye. किसी चीज पर नजर पड़ना. It caught my eye while cleaning. He'd had enough. After failing many times, he had enough and left. तंग आना किसी चीज से. He had enough means तंग आना किसी चीज से. Laugh ourselves silly. बेवकूफों की तरह हंसना या अपने आप पर हंसना. We laughed ourselves silly after watching his new hairstyle. Then we have I can't bring myself to believe you. किसी चीज के लिए तैयार करना. Now part fourth of this lesson, last one, that is match the following. इसमें दो तीन वर्ड्स का जिक्र है. एक तो है जर्नल, दूसरा है डायरी, तीसरा है लॉग, एंड द फोर्थ वन इज मेमोयर. ये आपको मिलाने हैं. जर्नल हम इसको किसको कहते हैं, डायरी किसको कहते हैं, लॉग किसको कहते हैं, मेमोयर किसको कहते हैं. फर्स्ट वन इज जर्नल. जर्नल मीन्स ए फुल रिकॉर्ड ऑफ ए जर्नी. किसी सफ़र पर पूरा रिकॉर्ड रखना. ए पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, कब स्टार्ट हुआ, कब ख़त्म हो गया, कौन कौन से वाक़ात इस सफ़र में आए. और एन इवेंट रिटर्न एवरी डे. ये हर रोज़ लिखा जाता है. देन वी हैव डायरी. ये हमने इस लेसन में भी पढ़ा है. सिंपली अ बुक और नोटबुक with a separate space or page for each day, in which you write down your thoughts and feelings or what has happened on that day. ये हम हर रोज़ भी लिख सकते हैं, लेकिन हफ्तेवार भी हम लिख सकते हैं. Then we have log. Log simply means it is an official document, actually official record, a written record of events with times and dates, usually official. ऑफिस में होता है ये, कौन काम कब किया गया, किस तरह किया गया, उसका रिकॉर्ड होता है बाज़ाब्ता तौर पर, उसको हम लॉग कहते हैं. देन वी हैव लास्ट वन, मेमोयर, अ रिकॉर्ड ऑफ ए पर्सन's own लाइफ एंड एक्सपीरियंस. और जब हम अपने लाइफ के तजुर्बे या एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में लिखते हैं, उसको हम मेमोयर कहते हैं. यूजुअली ए फेमस पर्सन. Usually these memoirs are written by famous persons. Now what you have to do is you have to fill in the blanks what these entries are. ये एंट्री जो है ये किस ग्रुप में फॉल होती है. ये जर्नल में फॉल होती है, डायरी में, लॉग में और मेमोयर में. I woke up early. Here are some entries from personal records. Use the definitions above to decide which of the entries must be from a diary, a journal, a log, or a memoir. I woke up very late today and promptly got a scolding from mum. I can't help it. How can I miss the FIFA World Cup matches? This is simply diary. Then we have uh, 10:30 a.m. went to office of the director. 1 p.m. had lunch with chairman. 5:45 p.m. received Rahul at the airport. Then we have last one, that is 9:30 p.m. that is dinner at home. This is simply log, जिसको मैंने ऑफिशियल डॉक्यूमेंट भी कहा है. Then we have third one, the ride to OT was uneventful. We rested for a while every 50 kilometers or so and used the time to capture the magnificent landscape with my handycam. From OT we went on to the Bangalore. What a contrast! The noise and pollution of this one is beautiful city really broke my heart. This is simply journey. That means uh, record of a journey. Now the last one at page number 26. This is how Raj Kapoor found me. All wet and raged outside RK studies. He was then looking for just someone like this for a small role in Mera Naam Joker, and he cast me on the spot. The rest, as they say, is history. This is memoir. Entry from a memoir. This is all about the lesson from the diary of a young girl. In next video, we will discuss another topic. Till that, goodbye.